TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top-flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
How's it been just getting on the court with your group, and what are your thoughts a few days ahead of the start of Summer League here?
It's been great. Really, really good, high-character group of guys, young guys that we have. They play hard, play with a ton of energy, playing together, and it's just been fun to get out there and knock off some of the dust.
Hey, what's up, Willie? This is Will from The Athletic. Why do you think it was important for you to take on this role with the Summer League team, and what are you kind of hoping to gain from the 6 weeks?
I thought it was important for just the synergy with the coaching staff, synergy with our young guys. We have 5, possibly more guys that could be on our roster. And so just getting an early start to putting in the system, to implementing the way that we want to play, 0.5 movement, principally, just putting in everything. And so it kind of gives us a head start going into training camp.
We're going to be speaking with Kyra and Didi a little later. I guess I wanted to ask you about Didi. He was in Summer League a couple of years ago and really showed his defensive ability, even with very little experience. Obviously, that was the first time he had played against NBA players. What are some of the things that you're looking for from him, maybe even on the offensive end, that you want him to show during Summer League?
Like you said, defensively, he's got great size. He's long, he's athletic. Getting into the ball, disrupting other teams' offense, and being willing to guard their best players. Offensively, just playing within himself. You got an open shot, take it. The ability to drive the ball, find your teammates, but just being solid for us. But really, for him, the home is going to be on the defensive end of the floor.
Hey, Willie, you just mentioned 0.5 in movement. Just generally speaking, how do you hope your team plays, or what principles do you hope your team kind of sticks to these next few weeks here?
Yeah, like you said, we want to be a team that shares the ball. When we have situations where we have talented guys that can isolate, we'll do that. But for the most part, we want everybody to touch it. Let's get out and play with pace, play with movement, and really go out and just have a great time.
Hey, Willie, this is Andrew Lopez from ESPN. Just wanted to ask you, I know that I guess the trade officially went through earlier, but about Trey Murphy and your early impressions of your first-round pick, whether that's from just what you knew before or what you've been able to learn so far from him.
Well, just the opportunity to talk to him seems like just a really good kid. Great length, great size. His ability to shoot over the defense will be key for him. And we're looking forward to getting him in some more practices to sort of get his rhythm going. We'll play a little bit in the next few days. And we're excited to have him here in the fold.
Recording stopped.
All right, thanks, Coach. That'll do it for today. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you guys.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Opening up on this side of the show. Much love to the family members. I appreciate y'all for being here and doing what you do. I appreciate you guys for being patient with us as we had a few issues we had to undergo. But listen, fam, we are in the building. Much love to the flock. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for staying up late. So with that being said, welcome into the stream, and I salute the flock. Much love to the flock. Big ups to the flock in this one entitled NBA Looking at Tampering in Pelicans and Bulls Lonzo Swap. Much love to the family members on this show, man. Big ups to all the Pel fams. As we get going, we opened up the live stream with head coach Willie Green's take on the team. And of course, that was the first one we paid to Coach Willie, opening up the chat. So with that being, saying his commentaries on what he expects out of the upcoming team. The Summer League kicks off on Monday. A lot going on, DC. I'm Big Q chiming in this one. I'd like to welcome you guys into the special today on the Pelican Post-Game Report. I'm Big Q. My dog DC is the co-host. How you doing, my brother?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just trying to see what the Pels gonna do tomorrow. A little excited, man. I had to watch the show, Summer League show, them on delay because I ain't gonna be able to sit at 2:00. But man, a lot of potential. The more I look at this roster, Willie Green gonna be out there. You see Mike D'Antoni, he's out there consulting. So I'm talking to Kyra and a few of the pictures and the video highlights of these guys. They got Trey out there already. You know, as soon as that trade was official, they done got him out there. So it's just good to see, man, get some basketball. Yeah, Didi hopefully do his thing. You know, he's been with Fred Vincent all summer. So, man, it's a lot to look out for, man. And then we got all the other potential names that we haven't talked about and guys we aren't familiar with that they also added to the roster, and we get to check out and see what they could do, man. So it's gonna be a very good time for people who, you know, diehard Pelicans fans like us.
Yeah, we got a lot going on, man, in this side of it, man. We're gonna cover this we got several news items we're gonna cover. Dealing with some of the Summer League playoff. This one to open up the broadcast of Willie Green breaking some stuff down. And now we're gonna move into one of the articles that came out that the NBA is now looking at. And of course, this article here by ESPN and several other news items are breaking this stuff as well.
What that music you used to have for Sean Payton, bro, when he lied? We should have hit that.
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah. You should have hit that before you start reading this article, bro.
Yeah, I'll bring my sound effects back. We had a lot of fun, man. But let's get into this one, DC, on this one. NBA opens up investigations into Lonzo Ball and the Kyle Lowry sign and trade deal, sources say. So we're not the only ones that's being targeted in the situation. So that's good.
You think we being targeted, brother?
Well, I mean, when you talk about New Orleans and any type of professional life, whether it's the Pelicans and the Saints, I am always skeptical of the outcome.
Right? We'll be the first team to get a draft pick taken away, and we was on the losing end of the negotiation.
Oh, for Garrett Temple and Satoransky? Oh, you shitting me?
We was tampering for them?
For them? For real? David Griffin? Anyway, fam, let's get into it, man. Let's get into the article in this one. All right. And, of course, it was Adrian Wojnarowski and Ramona Shelburne on the scoop. NBA has opened investigations into possible tampering violations involving 2 sign and trade deals completed in free agency. Chicago's acquisition of New Orleans' Lonzo Ball and Miami's acquisition of Toronto's Kyle Lowry, sources told ESPN on Saturday. The NBA's pro will examine illegal contact among teams and players ahead of the opening of free agency on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, sources told ESPN. Team executives, players, agents, and players have been notified of the opening of the league's office investigation, sources said. Now, the NBA instituted more stringent penalties in these cases in 2019, including raising the maximum fine for teams to $10 million and the possibility of suspending team executives, forfeiting draft picks, and even voiding of contracts. Team executives can also have their communications, such as telephone records, texts, and emails, randomly audited. How about that? Sign and trade arrangements are more complicated and time-consuming than typical free agent player signings, often needing a greater level of discussion and negotiation to complete. Now, New Orleans agreed to trade Ball, a restricted free agent, to Chicago on a 4-year deal worth $85 million, a contract for Garrett Temple on a 3-year deal worth $15.5 million contract, and guard Tomas Satoransky. The deal has yet to be finalized with the league office and could look different in its final form, sources said. Now, of course, they talk about what happened with Miami negotiating a 3-year deal worth $85 million with Lowry in the signing trade that sent Goran Dragic and forward Precious Achiuwa to the Raptors. The Heat guaranteed Dragic's $19.4 million team option on Sunday, which allowed them to use him in the sign and trade deal. Now, the Bucks, they lost a 2022 second-round pick for tampering charges with Sacramento restricted free agent Bogdan Bogdanović in 21. With that penalty, the NBA took into consideration that the Bucks did not ultimately sign Bogdanović. The Hawks did. The Atlanta Hawks did. So we're talking about here the tampering situation, DC. And, of course, you see the penalty that was issued out. A lot of people are saying this is some bull crap, as well. But let's look at both sides of it. Let's examine the side that the NBA pulls the deal, the proverbial carpet from up under the feet of the Chicago Bulls here. What occurs on one side if it not falling through? Of course, we'll see if it's still ongoing. They got to have the proof to back this up here. But let's say it doesn't go through. What happens?
As far as you saying that there's no tampering, or you saying if there is tampering, right?
If there is tampering, what is the penalty? We know the
Well,
trade won't happen. What happens to Lonzo Ball?
Based on what happened last year, that would be up to us. Lonzo Ball probably would the trade would get nixed with the Bulls. We already had the trade for Memphis go through, so that's already solid. But the trade with the Bulls would be X'd out, and they would either have to start over. I think the Bulls can still possibly sign him, but they will be faced with a $5 to $10 million fee. Then they would also, give us a draft pick, because they're saying that, they tried to mess us over. That's the whole point of the tampering thing, why I don't see New Orleans, typically being drawn up on charges for this, because I don't think we was in a rush, as soon as free agency started, to try to hurry up and sign a trade for that bullshit ass package that we got. I don't think we was in a rush to put that up. Right. So I don't see this one coming to bite us. Like we were saying earlier, weirder things could happen. Well, some type of way they find a way to mess us over. Y'all know how it is and what we deal with out here. But for this situation, I really don't see that. I think it's a situation where if they do find the tampering to be legit, they're gonna hit them with some penalties, man, a fine. I don't know if they're gonna take a draft pick away from them if we don't complete the trade with Lonzo Ball, with them. Then I think they would, be off the hook for a draft pick. But if the trade is still, I guess, set up and we're allowed to still go through, they'll give us a draft pick for the tampering. But if in the case that he does come back, Lonzo Ball has a qualifying offer, I believe, for $14 million. So we could see him just simply sign his qualifying offer. Same thing could happen with Kyle Lowry too, with the Miami thing. So, but we focused on Lonzo right now, and we could see him back. You know what I'm saying? And playing here for a year, or are we packaging him in a different trade and sending him out somewhere else? Like Indiana, like somebody just put in the chat, or Atlanta, for somebody like Cam Reddish, it got to be better than Starkansky and Garrett Temple. What you think?
Well, I mean, one could only hope, right? But I mean, it's quite interesting to say the least about exactly how this all unfolded, man. With the NBA popping this up on us like this, but I mean, only time will tell, man. But a lot of people didn't like that deal initially. And if we could somehow reverse the deal and get a better deal out of that, would be idealistic, in my opinion, to get a little bit more out of it than the Garrett Temple.
Maybe we get
Satoransky in the second round
guy.
pick.
What about your guy, Larry Markman? I mean, there's talks of us being interested in him. So maybe we're talking with the Bulls and thinking, hey, y'all throw Larry Markkanen in there, and we call it a day. We still let it go through tampering, no tampering.
Well, I mean, that's a report that the Pelicans, and we covered that before when we talked about possibly the trade not being done. As a Bull restricted free agent, Lowry Marketing wants a, quote, fresh start, end quote, Pelicans Hornets interesting per reports. The Bulls get a chance to match any outside offers for Lowry Marketing. And of course, Marketing is not known for his physicality. He's a big guy.
He's 7-footer. He's 7-footer.
He got range. The major issue with Lowry Marketing, why
That's
they
a
lost
ball
faith
handler
in
too.
him, he could play, but the issue is his availability. He needs to get that together. He's constantly hurt. You can't rely on him in the capacity. I think
I think it had nothing to do with his defense and his lack of rebounding, with him being so big.
Well, I mean, he is, and I'm gonna pull his numbers up in a minute. You know, he still have a lot of work to do as a ball player, man. But listen, them injuries will kill you faster than anybody. The team's faith in you faster than anything. Your biggest ability is your availability. So I mean, he simply wasn't there enough, and a lot of the people got tired of Lowry Marketing and waiting on him. You know, and give me a second, I'm gonna pull up his statistics after we go over.
They was calling him the next Dirk at one point in time. I remember that.
Shamar says he sucks.
I wouldn't say he sucks, man. That's a little harsh. But he definitely ain't living up to the potential that he created for himself in year 2, man. I remember maybe about 2 years ago, man, that guy was playing outstanding, bro. He had a stretch where he damn near was averaging 30. I remember that. You know, it probably was like 26 points, 27 points or something like that he was averaging for a period of 15, maybe 20 some odd games. So, you know, he definitely got some game to him, bro. But I don't know what it is that's been causing his descent.
Yeah, and like I told you, a big part of it, DC, causing this descent is the injuries. That's a large part of it, man. Teams will lose confidence on you very fast if you're perpetually and consistently injured, and they can't seem to count on you. Remember when they had Wendell Carter and they had Lowry Marketing, and they thought those two guys was the future. One packed in was the bigs.
Where did they send Wendell Carter to? I like
Carter
him.
went to the Magic. Orlando
that's
Magic.
why I haven't heard of him. Nobody
and that Vujacic, I think he went down there for that Vujacic trade as a part of the Vujacic trade. And
Carter is a good player, man. He was a good player,
but
man.
he was another guy that was dealing with injuries, and I think Chicago just got kind of tired.
He had something wrong with his heart or something too, huh? Like a heart problem or something.
I don't know. I don't remember what it is, but I know that they decided that, hey, listen, we can't wait for this forever. They bring in what's his name, Billy Donovan there last year, and Billy Donovan will turn that team around, man. They're serious about trying to get it right. Let's get into this article right here.
That's the thing with them 7-footers, Q. Them 7-foot guys, they get hurt, man. There's very few of them that just be, don't get injured at all, man.
Right. Let's get into it here. And Rick's Raw, what's up, fam? Says we have a great medical staff. He will be fine, Big Q. Thank you, Rick's Raw. Appreciate you, brother, for that comment. Let's get into the article, though. Lowry Marketing has spent his entire career up to this point with the Bulls, but the fifth-year forward is ready for a fresh start somewhere else. After being relegated to a reserve role with the Bulls midway through the 2021 season, Marketing has made it clear he would like to continue his career with a different team. Quote, we have offers from several different teams, end quote, Marketing said recently. Quote, I want a fresh start to my NBA career somewhere else, end quote. One team interested in Marketing is the New Orleans Pelicans, according to veteran NBA reporter Mark Stein. The Pelicans have $17 million trade exception and such. They should be able to offer a sizable contract. Now, Chicago is reportedly seeking a first-round pick to facilitate the trade. Now, the Charlotte Hornets also have a strong interest in Marketing, according to Shams Charania of The Athletic. And the Bulls extended a qualifying offer to Marketing late last month, which made him a restricted free agent. As such, the Bulls will have an opportunity to match any outside offers for Marketing receives when and if he signs an outside offer sheet. The Bulls will have 3 days to decide if they want to match it. The obvious question now is if they will match any other offers. Given the history between the two sides, it wouldn't be super surprising if the Bulls ultimately allow Marketing to sign elsewhere. After all, the two sides failed to reach an agreement on an extension prior to the start of last season. The Bulls were reportedly listening to offers for him leading up to the trade deadline, and then he was bumped to the bench. That's certainly not the typical chain of events for young players who are very valued and viewed as long-term pieces by an organization. after the Bulls failed to qualify for the postseason play for last season. Markkanen made it clear that he thought he had more to offer an organization. As you can see his numbers right there, averaging 13.6 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, shooting 40.2% from the field there, and per game shoots 2.3 3-pointers per contest. He says, I think, quote, my thing is, I think I've always been a first team guy, and I think now is the time to look at the business side of the game, end quote. Markkanen said in May, quote, I feel like I'm only 20 years old and I have a lot of basketball ahead of me. It's a good opportunity to look at what's out there for me. I can be a focal point. I think I have a lot more to offer. I know I can do a lot more. I'm excited about what business side is going to bring this year, end quote. Now, Markkanen has limitations as a player. He's far from a dominant defender, and he has dealt with his fair share of injury issues over the course of his career. However, he's a reliable shooter. He shot 40% from long range last season. Okay. And as such, he could provide a team with some legitimate floor spacing. Given the emphasis placed on shooting and spacing in the NBA today, Markkanen could prove to be a very valuable piece in the right situation. Now, we talked about the Larry Markkanen piece and the fact that we felt like the Pelicans still had something left to do. DC, a lot of people, including some of our tough Pelican beat writers, are blasting the Pelicans insofar as saying that they failed in free agency and luring free agents to the Pelicans. Right. Now, of course, to facilitate a Markkanen trade, the Pelicans will have to, according to the Bulls, offer not only have the money, they'd offer them the money to get the deal done, but they also want to see about that. They talk about that first round pick. They're throwing that out there. We shall see. I don't know how realistic as any of this is, but the options are very thin if you're the Pelicans. We got to fall upon Lonzo Ball. And now they're looking at Markkanen. Let's go into it.
They trying to play hardball though, man. They talking about a first round pick. We just gave y'all Lonzo for a box of Cracker Jacks, man. And y'all trying to finesse us out a first round pick for a guy who don't want to be on your team, which kills your leverage. And they don't want him now. So, like, what we going to give you a first round pick for? Man, they saw what happened with Devontae Graham, bro. They think we suckers. That's what it is, bro. They think we suckers. They just try to finesse us out of first round pick. Y'all got tampering charges over y'all head. Man, we'll mess around and send Lonzo Ball somewhere else, man. If the Pelicans want him, they better find a way to put him in that damn sign and trade deal. And we give him about maybe, what, $13-14 million a year, and he better be happy with that for 2 or 3 years or something, bro. And we could see what Markkanen could do. Because basically coming here, I don't want him as just a spot up shooter, Q. Like, that's kind of what they tried to do with him. And, it didn't work. I would want him on the second unit or like a 6-man type of thing where he could come in and have a role where he can do more than just shoot threes and basically, open up his whole game. Because this guy can score, he got a little post game, a little bit of a post game to him. He can ball handle. He got a little bit of playmaking ability. He can do a lot of different things. And I think allowing him to do that will probably make him be better on the defensive end and also help with his rebounding, man, and help him be a better player overall. But, man, a first round pick, if that's really the price and there ain't no way we get around that, they can have him. I like him, but they can have him. I ain't giving them the most first round picks.
That's enough of that, man. And like we've been covering this before, we kept saying a lot of this is desperation, man. The direction of the team, and see, we're going off based on what the administrators are saying. Administrators are saying, hey, man, listen, we're going to build through the draft. That's why we accumulated 1 million draft picks, because we're going to have to build and have smart drafts and sign people that accentuate the guys from the draft so we can drive the team into the playoffs. So when we seen that kind of stuff starting to shape, because David Griffin started getting the bug up his butt about him, about people starting to look at him and says, well, hey, bro, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You said that we were going to do this in the timeline. That's why we traded Drew Holiday. We got Drew Holiday out of here because he didn't fit the timeline. Then you try to get
how we
Lowry.
got Valančiūnas, and then we got Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams. They're all the same age as Drew Holiday.
And that's what I'm saying.
Well, not Steven Adams.
Well, I
keep
get,
trying to make him older than what he
but
is.
but that's what I'm saying about the confusion of why people are looking at these guys side-eyed. But with that being said, the guys that they're bringing in, Devontae Graham, Jonas Valančiūnas, is these, and of course the 2 draft picks I absolutely love. These are positive moves heading in the right direction. But a lot of people saying you're still missing a piece that puts you forward. Now, with the collapsing or the potential collapsing or this tampering thing coming up with the Bulls and the Pelicans that's falling out, a lot of people are saying, Q, and I seen it in the chat. I got the comments and people was emailing me, hey, Q, listen, could we just bring Lonzo back and pair him with Graham?
That would be nice as well. But does Lonzo want to be back? Because when me and you talked about this, and I was like, I like that idea. But it's the more I look at stuff going on, and we got the tampering charges. If it truly is tampering, Q, then you know what that tell me? Lonzo hasn't wanted to be here for some time now. So,
despite him saying that he wanted to be.
Despite him saying he wanted to be, as much as I jumped on that train and was going with that.
Well, you could. When you ain't no mind reader, you can only go what they're telling you what to do. What
right,
they're telling you.
Right. But despite him saying he wanted to be here, maybe when I keep bringing up the Zion interview when he said, yeah, I talked to Lonzo about it, and I told him I want him back. That when you look at that Zion interview, we was putting it on management, but a lot of what he was saying sounded like he was trying to convince Lonzo to come back. You know what I'm saying? As he wants him here. And maybe Lonzo already had his mind made up, bro, and he wanted to make this move and do what's best for him. Because let's be real. If I'm Lonzo, and once y'all start talking about point Zion and we're going to put the ball in Brandon Ingram's hands, and now I'm a shooting guard and all of this, like, they don't leave no room for him to be a point guard and what he feels he's best at. So maybe once that happened, he felt the need to look elsewhere, man, and go somewhere where he can be a true point guard, which I think that's what he's looking for. But he got a lot of things he's got to work on in the half court to allow him to be that. And funny as it is, with all this going on with the Bulls just got DeRozan too, and Levine. So I don't think they was going to use him in the way that he was excited to be used before he knew DeRozan was going to get there either. So if Lonzo wants to be back, I think that's something we could work with Devontae Graham, because Devontae Graham shows you he could play with a lineup with 2 other point guards and still, put up 14, 15 points. So I think with Lonzo Ball, allowing Lonzo to do what he does, and then in the half court allowing Devontae Graham to work, mixing that in with Zion, Brandon Ingram, and all of that, I think it would be real dangerous, man. But does Lonzo really want to be here?
It's a long shot by any stretch of the imagination, if you ask me, that the Alonzo and Devontae Graham backcourt occurs after everything's happened. But it's a crazy world that we live in, man. So I learned not to poo-poo or shoot anything. You never know, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said, all right, KK says, we are mind readers. That's what fans do the best. There you go. All right. Thank you for setting me straight on that, KK. All right. And let's keep it going, fam. Let me put up right now, and this is a roster right now, fam, right here of guys that are currently on the Pelican squad. Then again, Alonzo, of course, he actually
technically he's still on the Pelican squad.
He is technically still on the Pelican squad. So it's like, he's supposed to be going to Chicago. And not so fast, my friend. You see him there, of course, a few others. You see Graham added to it. Josh Hart is still a member. Jackson Hayes, Billy Hernan Gomez, B.I. Herbert Jones is here. KLJ, you see him there.
Don't have no picture, man. That's messed up.
Yeah, they haven't updated it yet. Najee Marshall, Trey Murphy also doesn't have a picture.
Trey dirty like that too.
There go Valančiūnas there, and of course Zion right here. And Nunnally, I don't know if Nunnally's.
Man, that boy, I don't know. He not. Stop lying. He is. They got free agent under his name. I don't know why they still showing him. They got free agent right there. But
isn't he gone?
He gone back overseas, from what I read.
Yeah, they should have left him over there, boy. He was
man. Don't be calling Zion no snitch, man. We know who snitched. David Griffin saw all us on Twitter and everywhere else making fun of this goddamn trade. He hurry up over there with snitch. Let me nix this in the bud and get a better deal. Y'all know what it is, man. That's Ogdoc, man. Ogdoc Griffin, bro. He done trying to finagle and pulling all type of levels and shit and trying to figure out a way how you get a better trade, Q. Because he figured it ain't gonna happen, man. He tried to do a quadruple team trade with Chicago and Memphis and all that, and Chicago wasn't having it, bro.
Yeah, and we'll see how it all folds because they're still kind of figuring it out, man, and moving forward. But then, of course, reported by the Pelicans making it official is, of course, the acquisition of Valančiūnas and Graham. That one did actually go through. Pelicans acquired Valančiūnas and Graham.
They look good in Pelicans red, boy.
They do indeed, and the scoring will too. Graham and 3-team trade with Grizzlies and the Hornets. New Orleans acquires draft rights to the 2021 first-round pick. Trey Murphy officially the third 17 overall pick. And here it is, the article provided by New Orleans Pelicans.com. New Orleans Pelicans announced today that the team has completed a 3-team trade with the Grizzlies and Hornets. The Pelicans have acquired center Valančiūnas and the draft rights to 2021 first-round pick Trey Murphy III, 17th overall, and 2021 second-round pick Brandon Boston, 51st overall with the Grizzlies. In exchange, New Orleans has conveyed center Steven Adams, guard Eric Bledsoe, the draft rights to the 2021 first-round pick Zaire Williams, 10th overall, and 2021 second-round acquired. Second-round pick Jared Butler, who was picked 40th overall, and a protected 2022 first-round pick to Memphis. Additionally, the Pelicans have acquired guard Devontae Graham from the Hornets in exchange for forward Wes Iwundu, a future protected first-round draft pick, and cash considerations. Now, as a part of the 3-team deal, Memphis has traded the draft rights to Tyler Harvey, the 51st overall pick in the 2015 NBA draft. And, of course, that was released. And, of course, you see some of the numbers from these guys as reported by VP of Pel Operation Doc Ock himself, David Griffin. Valančiūnas, who's 6'11", 265, appeared in 62 games with 61 stars for the Grizzlies in 21, averaging 17.1 points per game, a career high, 12 and a half rebounds, almost a block a contest, and 28.3 minutes of action, which are also career highs per game, while shooting a career best 59.2% from the field. Drafted 5th overall by the Raptors in 2011, the 9-year NBA veteran has appeared in 621 career games, 592 starts with the Raptors and Grizzlies, averaging 13 points and 9.2 rebounds and a block in 25.6 minutes per contest, while shooting 56.6% from the field. Valančiūnas has also appeared in 48 career playoff games. Got a lot of experience there. 41 starts throughout his career, averaging 13 points, 9.5 rebounds, and a block per contest. And, of course, looking at Devontae Graham, 6'1", 195, appeared in 55 contests, 44 starts for the Hornets last season, averaging almost 15 points a contest, 3 rebounds, and 5.5 assists, and 30.2 minutes per game, while shooting 37.5% from downtown. Drafted 34th overall in the 2018 NBA draft out of the University of Kansas, Graham has appeared in 164 career games over the last 3 seasons, with Charlotte averaging 13.3 and 2.6 rebounds, 5.4 on the assists, almost 28 minutes per contest. And, of course, we go into Trey Murphy, who is also our pick, 6'8", 206, appeared in 25 contests, 20 starts for the University of Virginia. Last season, averaging 11.3 points per contest, 3.4 on the rebounds, but shot 43.3% from downtown. That's the big thing while people are looking at him. He also appeared in 61 games with 25 starts for the Owls and averaged 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 25.2 minutes per contest. Now, of course, we know about Eric Bledsoe. We won't go over any of their stats. Wes Iwundu, because it doesn't matter because they are not on our team anymore. But take a look at Valančiūnas and Graham. These are your new Pels. It's official. At least one trade counted, DC.
Yeah.
One got through the Graham and Valančiūnas trade. So how about that?
Yeah, I'm all for that, man. And you know what I love the most about this trade, man? I was on Twitter and I noticed something. I thought about it, but it took for somebody to tweet it for it to really sink in. We got 2 guys, both from North Carolina, right? And Trey Murphy, Devontae Graham. You got Brandon Ingram from North Carolina. And then you got Zion from South Carolina. So we got a bunch of guys that ain't far from home, man. And then if you add in Kyra Lewis, Herb Jones from Alabama, you start looking at our team, bro. We getting a lot of people, that's in the South already. We trying to build something and build something towards guys who want to be here, man. And I love that. I love that, man. I love that. I think that's the formula for us for success. Y'all seen your free agents. Nobody wasn't trying to come here. But players that are already from here and familiar with this area won't look down on it so much. A guy like Lonzo, maybe part of the reason he want to leave too is, the dude from LA, man, out there, big light, sunshine all the time. This ain't the same thing. Maybe that's part of the problem we having problems getting free agents. Once they leave, they want to go where it's nice weather, all the parties and all of that. Some of the stuff I think is it ain't even basketball related. We got a lot of parties, you know what I'm saying? We got that little atmosphere, but it can't compete with LA or Miami or New York. Let's be real. So I love the fact that we got two guys, like I said, from the same cities or in the same vicinity of our two stars, man. And we really doing a good job, in my opinion, of thinking outside the box with stuff like that. Don't know so much about Valančiūnas as far as that, but definitely happy we got him, made that official, man. I wish we would have not did what we did with Steven Adams last year, so we could have did this trade and felt comfortable giving him an extension. But I know we ain't gave him an extension because we want to see, how it works out. We thought the Steven Adams thing was going to be a shoo-in. Well, I ain't going to say we thought, but David Griffin thought the Steven Adams thing was going to be a shoo-in, and that shit went horribly. So understand why they didn't give him an extension, but that would be the only flaw of this trade, in my opinion.
Interesting indeed, man, to keep it moving. So, I mean, it's we'll see how this all shakes in the end, man. But I know the Pelicans are still looking hard at trying to obtain another guy. And there's various reports coming in from a lot of credible sources said that the Pelicans are looking at Lowry marketing as a guy as the next shooter drop to bring marketing upon the team because they value his three-point shooting. And like we said, this could be something that is very intriguing. Now, we did say that. We did mention that before that we thought that the trade wasn't over with. But CBS was reporting, ESPN and various other insiders are saying that the Pelicans are making overtures to at least inquire about marketing and see if they can add him to the team. Now, he does fit the narrative in terms of a big that can shoot and stretch and to create space, to make teams pay. So you don't collapse upon Zion, the BI double them and of course, making them pay. But you also have to work around his availability. And, of course, one of the family members said, Q, we got a good training staff, so we should be fine in that regard. So we'll see.
So you just going to ignore the other family member that called him a diva? Talking about what he want and all the stuff he need. And he can't even stay healthy and get in the starting lineup.
I know, but he's saying he's speaking of he's going to, of course, elevate his own self-value and say that he believes that he can be a starter on another team.
Let me ask you a question, Q. So would you rather Larry Markkinen or we reunite what could have been our hometown guy, that homebred and homegrown, which we drafted, in Buddy Hield? Who would you pick out of those two? Buddy Hield is probably a couple of years older than Larry too, so keep that in mind.
I think I would go with Buddy on that. I would like to have Buddy on that. I would choose Buddy versus marketing. Now,
even though it'd probably be more money,
I would still take Buddy Hield. I would take Buddy because marketing. I like marketing, but the problem with marketing is his availability. He's that I don't know. It's too much to ask for a guy that gets hurt, and then it's not a physicality to his game. It's like, he's a finesse big. He don't get down and dirty like you would want him.
It's the craziest thing I've ever. Like, how can you be 7 foot and be off?
You're finesse big. But
we said the same thing.
We call him the salt and the soft. That's nicknames they used to have for David Robinson back in the day. People used to call David Robin the Sultan of Soft.
Really?
They used to call David Robinson. That was one of the little nicknames they used to call him back in the gym.
That must have been before my time, because when I tuned in, he was blowing everybody out the water. I remember 70 point game, David Robinson. That's what I remember.
Dave Robinson was a guy. He gets motivated, but
He got a lot tougher when I was watching the Must Be, because they wasn't calling him that. But I remember a point in time when people were saying the exact same thing about Dirk Nowitzki. Now, I'm not trying to say Larry Markkinen.
Cut that out.
I'm not trying to say Larry Markkinen is going to be.
What you said if you ain't trying to say it.
Because for a long time, Dirk was only finesse. Dirk ain't had no defense, nothing. But it got to a point where he elevated his game so high on the offensive end that he set out and went on a mission to improve defensively, and he did. And Dirk not only did that, because of his defense and his rebounding, that's what helped him win that damn championship and that one-leg fadeaway. But Dirk was D'ing people up that year when they went to the finals and beat none other than LeBron in the super team heat. Remember that? With D Wade and Bosh? You know what I'm saying? And they were supposed to be unbeatable. Nowitzki knocked their ass out, bro. But prior to that, maybe 3 years prior to that, bro, he would have been the Sultan of Soft.
There you go. You can feel free to borrow that, DC, just like you borrow all the DJs prospects.
Bro, I was keeping in line with the goddamn conversation. You called the man. You referred to him as that. Then when I throw your shit back, no,
I'm saying no. I didn't say still. I said you can feel free to borrow that. I didn't say you stole
I don't need your damn permission. Carry on. Like I'm gonna steal something else. Carry on, like Perk said. Carry on.
Listen, this is the thing.
That's for that curry plate you was gonna steal from me. Carry on.
What curry plate?
That curry chicken plate.
You eat curry over there?
No, I wish I had some, bro. I'm hungry, bro. I ain't eat all day.
Oh, cut it out. You eating pineapples and shit. Cut it out.
I ain't got no pineapples, man. You got one?
I just ate some pineapples earlier today.
I see that's cool, bro. You ain't asked me if I want to know.
Brother, hey, man, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to eat the live, bro. Now, you know what I'm saying? I eat the live.
Oh, you Elijah Muhammad now, huh?
Well,
stop stealing people's shit.
I borrowed it. Listen, this is the thing, man, to talk about. We talk about Buddy Hield, and you're talking about it. DC, listen, I think one of the best trades, somebody mentioned them, and we talked about them, that the Brogdon sign and trade would be intriguing. You know, wouldn't that be a splashy move to bring a Brogdon on the squad?
That'd be a dream come true, man.
Let me ask the flock about that. How you guys feel about Malcolm Brogdon coming on to the team? You know, adding him with Graham and the rest of them. I think that would be a nice addition. But the DC right now at this stage, with most of these guys off the board, where can they go to make a splash? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, what could they do? I mean, seriously. I mean, most of the guys have already committed.
It's gonna have to be a trade, man. Whatever we do, they ain't really got a lot of people, you know, left in free agency. I'm sure they got a few names out there where you can make something happen with, but ain't nothing. Well, if you get it, that's gonna quiet down the fan base and make us think we won the offseason. Trade is the only way, man. They got Davis Bertans. What's the guy from the Wizards? I don't know if people realize, but when I went and I looked at the Wizards roster today for some reason, I don't remember how I got over there. But the Wizards are like, they're not going to be as bad as people think, man. They got a lot of players over there. They got all those guys from that Lakers trade. They could be looking to get off somebody. You know what I'm saying? You got obviously Sacramento. There's a lot of talk about Indiana. I'm eating rum cake. They got a lot of talk about Indiana trying to do something, you know, possibly. You got the whole thing with I'm high on rum cake. You got the whole thing with Philly and them trying to get off Ben Simmons. What would be the ripple effects of that? The Warriors are always trying to make goddamn moves, you know. So there's a lot of teams I think out there that you can make something happen with, and you know, of course, we got the Chicago scenario. So we'll see. But my thing is just getting the right player and not putting yourself in salary cap hell, because I think we did a good job getting off the bad contracts, and we're gonna have to kind of keep things open for Zion. But you also, if you're gonna get guys that are what do I say, like, I guess a big risk you taking on them, you know, because financially it's a lot of money. You want to make sure they fit around Zion. You know what I'm saying? That's the major thing. So Whoever we get, I wouldn't want us to immediately do what we did like with Steven Adams and just extend them and all that, even though I know that's the thing you want to do, because when you trade, you don't want to, I guess, lose that person for nothing, and you maybe had to give up an asset or something to get them. But if we keep ourselves in a position where we're flexible and able to add a piece or remove a piece from the roster that we need if we feel it doesn't work, but also, get someone of some what's the word I'm looking for, man? Just not above average player. You can go anywhere and get an average player, but we need at least one more above average player, in my opinion. And I think the Pels will be set. And that could come from a variety of different places. We talked about a couple of them tonight. Y'all could probably throw some names in the chat. And who y'all thinking, man? It might be somebody out there we're not even considering. And, we got somebody in the chat that they're definitely a mind reader. So I'd like for them to read David Griffin mind and see what some of these other prospects we looking at that ain't been released to the press.
You can't read his mind. His mind ain't made up. He just as confused as everybody else. He rolling stones trying to find out which way to go. But I mean, it's intriguing. Mike says Brogdon is the best fit, but Indiana thinks he's MJ. They want too much.
What they want, Mike? All I heard them wanting is I
thought he was on the
what
market.
they want. They wanted a first round pick. I think 2 first round picks or something. I heard.
Maybe too deep for the Pelicans there. Oubre's gone, bro. Oubre signed with the who was it? DC
Charlotte.
Right.
Charlotte was trying to go
like
after Markkanen. They ain't like what they heard, so they went and got Oubre.
Yes, he's out. He's off the market, my friend. Yep, thank you, Jay Bricks. Jay Bricks put him out there. All right, so yeah, Devin says the target was Markkanen the whole time. It's intriguing, man, to see how it is, man, how it goes. But
so we went through all this back and forth, and we doing this, and Kyle Lowry and all that. We did all of that just so we could catch them on tampering charges and make them put Markkanen in the trade. This is all a part of the plan?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. All right, Brandon threw out Nicholas Batum.
He signed back with the Clippers already.
Yeah, it's not too much going on out there.
I guess we could try to trade for him. I guess that's what he's saying.
Ken Quanta says Pascal Siakam.
Very interesting. How would that fit work with the Pelicans, Q? I know Pascal, he ain't much of a shooter.
Man, he physical though.
He does a lot of different things though.
Yeah, he plays defense. He
plays a lot of.
He developed a little shot. He got a shot too. He developed a shot, and he works really well around the cup. So
I still would like him on the team. I don't care, even if
he'll
find a way to make that shit work.
Right, he'll fit in. He's the kind of player that fits in no matter where he goes because he hustles. He plays defense. He's just one of them guys that tries to get it. But he got a big fat contract is another thing. They broke him off, so I don't know how you would.
I can't throw the treasure trove at him either, man, because I don't know if that guarantees us a championship. So price will still have to be right.
Championship, they're looking for a playoff. They're trying to get to the playoffs.
Well, I mean, you get Pascal Siakam, I would think you would at least hope to be a contender. Maybe not win it all, but you would hope to be close to getting there.
Roddy says Goran Dragic.
I think Goran Dragic would be good, but we got to get off Thomas Szymanski if we're gonna get Dragic, and I think they could work. And you give Kyra a little more time to develop until Dragic get hurt, because it's gonna get hurt. So always happens.
Irv said, "I've been saying Siakam."
I like Siakam. I like Siakam, though, man. I think that would be dope.
Yep, and Darwin says, "Move Ingram to the 2 spot." I think that was you saying that. You was the one kept saying,
yeah.
I won't see him at the 2 guard position.
I mean, Ingram he's basically a 2. You know what I'm saying? He can play the 3 and the 4. But when you look at his game, the brother play like a 2, man. He wants to be a mid-range assassin, and he ready to shoot. You know what I'm saying? That's his thing. And I think he can play the 3 because of his size and also the 4. But in his heart, I think he a 2, and I think that will open up a lot because we complain about his defense, but if you put him at the 2, I think it's a whole different game because guys aren't as big as they are as small forwards at the 2. I don't think people will be able to use the weight disadvantage he got against him at the 2 as much as they can at the 3. So defensively, I think his game goes to a whole nother level just from him going to the 2, and which was probably translated with him playing better on the offensive end too.
Yeah,
Starkansky, as many times as y'all try to tell me how to pronounce it, I still find a way to mess it up. It ain't gonna matter in about 2 weeks. He ain't gonna be on the team. Y'all know that shit.
you never know with them, DC. You never know, brother. But yeah, it's intriguing, man, to say the least, with all this going on, and it's only time will tell, man, exactly how it all shape out. But listen, man, we're gonna keep an eye on it as the Pelicans moving. I mean, it's not too many places they can go right now in
Right.
improving upon the team, and it's starting to slow down a bit. And the Pelicans did re-sign Billy Hernan Gomez. They brought him back as a big to operate with the rest of our bigs as well. The 2 draft picks and Herb, and of course Trey Murphy is on the squad, fitting them in. KLJ is doing his thing, trying to get his weight up, his strength up, to add to his speed to make more of an impact. It'll be interesting to see how they look. And of course, we know, DC, that the summer league contest start on Monday, man, which is will be fun watching those guys play and see what Willie Green turns in. What type of performances that the Pelicans do. I know the entire Flock Nation will be tuned in to watch the Pels summer league team, man. It almost probably feel like
That's
it was
gonna be the man right there, Q.
Williamson. This kid, I know KLJ has a lot to
KLJ.
prove, man.
Yeah, I seen them coaching him up a lot, bro. So I think they're trying to see if he gonna make that leap, or if it's gonna be a lot more development for him this year. Because I mean, if KLJ plays amazing during the summer league, then you don't think, well, with all this trade stuff pending, that changes their mind about who they want to go after if they were interested in like a Gordon Dragic. You got the guy who basically coached Dragic right there in the building, looking at KLJ, and he could be like, "Nah, y'all don't need to get Dragic. This guy is it for your backup point guard, And if Graham goes down, so very interesting to see how his game has grown and what he's been up to this offseason, man. KLJ, when you look at his highlights, anytime I check him out or just looking into him, I don't see nothing but potential, dude. His potential is like ridiculous on what he could be, just based off of that speed that he has and the fact that he's an intelligent ball player. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He can shoot. I think his confidence, and he just need to build more muscle, and that's pretty much it. And we're gonna see a guy that we really fall in love with on the court. And he seems like a good kid too, off the court. So really excited to see what he can do, man, and what he can become.
All right, let's I'm gonna share something with the family members right quick as
What's up?
via
What's
Twitter.
up?
Let's see what
Uh-oh.
we need to continue. We need to just do shows online and just do this, because this is from the Pelicans hash that the trade is official, according to what the Pelicans are dropping right here. Let's open it up and we'll pop into the article right
Don't
here.
look like we got nothing added to it.
We're gonna pop it in there.
I think they would have led with the with another picture up there.
Satoransky, DC, to your chagrin. You can hate on them all you want.
Nah, Satoransky ain't bad, man.
Yeah, we're gonna hold on. Let me pull it up for the family members, and it's pretty cool. Like when we start talking about this stuff, this shit's just break. It's 11 o'clock and they breaking this stuff, man. What the hell, man? But we're gonna break it here too. Here we go, fam. And this is coming by way of the New Orleans Pelicans.com. Appreciate the family members dropping that in there. I think that was let me give credit to one of the family members who dropped that in there. Who was that said, oh yeah, all right, my man Ingrid. And he dropped that in there. What's that? Ingrid Slayer. He dropped that in there as well. So appreciate him dropping that. And then, of course, the notification just came across here that the Pelicans acquired Tomas Satoransky and Garrett Temple, and New Orleans sends Ball to Chicago. So obviously the trade is going through, and I'm glad that we're covering it with the family members. Let's get into the article. And this is coming directly from the New Orleans Pelicans site. New Orleans sends Lonzo to Chicago. New Orleans Pelicans announced today that the team has acquired Tomas Satoransky, guard Garrett Temple, and a 2024 second-round pick and cash for the Chicago Bulls in exchange for guard Lonzo Ball. Per team policy, terms of the deal were not announced. Tomas and Garrett will bring incredible veteran presence, feel, and versatility to both sides of the floor for our lineup, says Dr. Octopus. Both have also distinguished themselves as teammates and leaders in their communities. And if he says they're beautiful human beings, I will slap the top of his bald ass
You
head.
talking about what they distinguish themselves in their community? That man ain't got but 1 year on his contract, bro. He ain't about to turn into Drew Holiday. You know y'all ain't re-signing him.
We couldn't be happier to welcome them to New Orleans. Satoransky, 6'7", 210 pounds, appeared in 55 contests.
Big
18
boy,
starts for the Bulls last season, averaged almost 8 points a contest, 2.4 rebounds and almost 5 assists in 22.5 minutes per contest. Originally drafted 32nd overall in the 2012 NBA draft by the Washington Wizards, Satoransky has appeared in 333, that's a pretty interesting number, career games, 169 starts over 5 seasons with Washington and Chicago, averaging 7.4 points per contest, 3 rebounds flat and 4.2 on assists, 23.2 minutes per game. Temple, 6'5", 195, entering his 12th NBA season. Has appeared in 630. That's another side effect. Has appeared in 632 career games, 272 starts, averaging 6.5 points per game, 2.3 rebounds, almost 2 assists, 21.7 minutes per contest. The LSU product appeared in 56 games, 25 starts for Chicago last season, and averaged 7.6 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2.2 on assists in 27 minutes per game. So they talk about Lonzo here. We don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah,
you know why?
we talked enough about
not
Lonzo.
a member of the team anymore. So thus, the deal is official. As reported by the Pelicans. Thank the family members for dropping this in the chat notification. This is officially from their website. As you can see, DC, the deal is done. So no tampering.
No tampering. It's official. Deal is done. We couldn't be happier. That's bullshit. I would have liked to have somebody added to this trade, but still another caveat, family. We still have Josh Hart. What the hell are we doing with Josh Hart? Because you bring in Garrett Temple, right?
That's the next shoe to drop.
You got now. I gotta say the man name right now because he's gonna be here for at least.
Yeah, you just ran yourself in a corner with that shit. Oh, he ain't gonna be here. Now you got to get it right. Try it, DC.
He could still be in that damn signing trade.
Read that top line.
Thomas Stodoransky.
Isn't that right? Tomas?
Oh damn. Tomas Stodoransky.
Wrong.
Stodoransky. Tomas Stodoransky.
No.
Come on, Q. I said it right that time.
No, you didn't.
Well, how you say it then?
It's Tomas Satoransky.
Santa. They ain't got no N in there.
Oh my goodness. DC, never mind. Just forget it. Never mind, DC.
Tomas Stodoransky.
Oh my goodness.
It ain't no Santa. It ain't Christmas.
There you go. Hit, try it now, DC.
Tomas Stodoransky.
How about this one? Help him out. BB say spell later.
Tomas Stodoransky. Stodoransky.
Hold on, bro. You can't see it. Let me put you by yourself, bro. Hold on. There you go.
Tomas Stodoransky.
Oh my goodness, DC. What is Tasha saying?
Oh, nobody ain't worried about Tasha. Come on, baby. Keep it simple, baby. Keep it simple, baby.
Oh, y'all are too funny.
Yeah,
man.
That boy got Tomas, man. That's Tomas. He got Tomas, you hear me?
Hooked on phonics ain't popping no more, DC.
Hell yeah, it is. Y'all need to go back to school. I'm gonna pronounce the words the way they're supposed to be pronounced.
DC, it's trying again, bro. There you go, DC. Here we go.
Man, I'm gonna sound that shit out. Tomas Stodoransky.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's a Stodoransky.
Oh my god. DC, just say TS, bro. Just TS him, bro.
Tomas Zatorans. There you go.
Zatorans?
Yeah.
No.
Zadoransky? You want me to say what is he?
Oh my goodness. Enough, DC. Enough. But anyway, listen, fam, that's the latest. So we were talking about the tampering, but obviously right now this just dropped in. This is straight from the Pelicans website that they made the field.
What Devin talking about? Devin Brock.
Hold on. Devin says we were being finessed. DC Griff knows how Rich Paul moves. If Lowry was on the table, wouldn't he have been involved in the initial trade? This is finesse game. DC still woke. LOL. Lonzo is really gone, Josh. He is out of here, man.
Yep, he
He is
gone,
done.
Josh, bro. You ain't gonna be sad for too long. Game tomorrow.
Zatarans DC for real, bro.
I mean, yeah, somebody put it up there. I was just reading one of the comments. Really, I was trying to go
DC
with it.
just Sean said just call him a blood clot.
No, he not a blood clot, man. He not a blood clot. No effing blood clot, man. No, not him.
All right. So this is, like I said, fam, this is the latest. Pelicans acquired Tomas Satoransky and Garrett Temple. This is released by, like I said, by the Pelicans straight from their website. This was a tweet that we just got, that the trade is official. No tampering, as the deal is official. They are coming to join the Pelicans, and it's a done data. And I know a lot of family members like, okay, I'm not really happy about the trade, but you get Satoransky.
It's still not done, because we still got to find out what we're gonna do with Josh Hart. There's no way we're gonna have Josh Hart, Temple. What's his name? Because you say I can't say it no more.
There you go.
Go ahead, say it, Q.
Go ahead.
Tomas Satoransky.
All right, that was good.
All right.
All right. Thank you, DC. Let's give a digital clap for DC.
I gotta put the accent on.
We got 170 people in the building. Let's give a digital clap for DC on that.
Come on, man. You're wasting time, bro. It's taking longer than my reading.
No, bro. I'm giving you credit, bro. You nailed it. Everybody put a digital clap together for DC. Come on, y'all. Clap it up for DC, man. He got it right, man. Clap it up for DC.
Don't clap too hard. I'm gonna mess it up again by next show.
Clap it up for him, fam. They did an excellent job, man. DC. All right.
But anyway.
Carlton put prayer hands together.
Anyway.
Oh, wash hands. Oh, that's all the family members, man. Y'all all right, man. Y'all are awesome, man. Thank y'all. Standing ovation for DC, man.
But we can't keep all them guys, man. So whether we just letting Josh Hart walk for nothing, that would be the next move to look out for, because obviously I think bearing a huge setback for Kyra this year, regression. You're gonna see our guy Satoransky playing shooting guard on side. You know what? I ain't saying this damn name no more. we gonna see him playing shooting guard, in my opinion, on side of Kyra. So I don't think you play a guy $10 million and you don't play him, unless we put him in the sign and trade with Josh Hart. Can you do that? You can do that, right, Q? We just acquired him, but we can also put him in a. Really? Come on, man.
It's intriguing. Listen, I'm intrigued by the Josh Hart thing too. DC is the last movement left. What do we do with Josh? We know that he's on the way out. I don't think the Pelicans signed Josh Hart back after having.
I don't see a role for him.
Me either.
What we got?
I don't either. You know, I really don't. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about that, bro. It's intriguing, but it is definitely pipeline connecting the Pelicans to market, and they are serious about marketing. And whether we agree upon it or not, he's a guy that's a 40% 3-point shooter. He's a big that they can use. And imagine such a lineup, DC, if they put marketing and Valančiūnas in the same lineup and have those guys with Zion, and you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine that kind of lineup? We run a lineup like that.
I think we could stop with the marketing talk, bro. I mean, if they ain't add him in the signing trade, I think that's pretty much dead. You think they're gonna turn around and get him another way? Like DC, I don't know. He's on. You know what, Q? You can keep hope alive, because you don't know how
it's gonna turn.
Right. He's also a restricted free agent. So maybe them, whatever happened tonight, maybe Dave Griffin was like, look, I won't testify if you guys give me, Larry marketing or whatever, and we're going to put a match day qualifying or whatever they got for him and throw Josh Hart in there. that could be something interesting we could look to happen because we do need that stretch 4-5 guy to shoot threes. We still looking for that guy. So you keep hope alive, bro. My bad.
Well, we'll see, man. It's a very confusing offseason to say the least
Man.
about what we've been seeing, man, because they tell you one thing and they go a whole nother different direction. So I mean, it's interesting to see the
Valančiūnas. You messing with me? You can't read. Valančiūnas.
Harrison Barnes said Jay Bricks. Okay, Jay. I like Barnes, man.
Yeah,
Also,
I like Barnes too. I think
DJ
he's real
said-
underrated.
DJ
Man.
said we go back to Will Magny.
Come on, DJ, please. You got me with Will Magny last time because that's the guy.
So you can't do it again?
Big Q always say Najee Marshall. I was on board with Najee Marshall and up to date on Najee. It was Will Magny. I gave DJ a hard time about Will Magny. I said, man, that dude I don't know, DJ. I don't think he's gonna make the team. I mean, boy, they put Will Magny right on the team. I had to eat them words.
I'm about to say you be.
I had to eat them words, bro. But I don't know, man. I don't know if we bring Will Magny. Will Magny ain't even on the team, on our summer league team. Wait, what happened? I missed that. Tasha getting on me. What she talking about?
Kevin says State of the Pelicans actually confirmed the trade news first. All the credit. There you go, DJ. Get State of the Pelicans. DC, take
All
that.
right. Damn,
All right.
I thought that was a shot at you. I ain't doing nothing. I just gave the man some credit.
All right. Real talk. Did DC pass his English class?
With straight A's, baby.
There you go, bro.
Yeah. Go look up my transcript. I went to Higgins.
All right, hard for Reddish. DC make it happen, says Urban. He in that all day.
Hey, boy, what? Boy, I'd be super happy that happened. For real, though. All right, I'm going to tell y'all this, and I'm going to leave the Reddish thing alone, because some of it be jokes. But just watch. Watch. If Atlanta keep him, and they allow him to get into starting lineup or rotation with heavy minutes,
Roxanne says,
by the end of the year,
I'm going to look it up, Roxanne.
By the end of the year, y'all gonna change y'all mind on that, on the whole Cam Reddish thing. Y'all already seen what the boy did in the playoffs. Now, I want him more importantly, and why I brought it up to begin with. Cam Reddish and Zion is tight, so you want to keep Zion here. Get him one of his partners, and then he feels a need. He could be a good 3-and-D guy, maybe more. So we'll see. They ain't gonna happen for just Josh Hart though. I think they probably want a first round pick or something for Cam.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at Mark Stein's tweet.
What happened?
What he's saying there? The Bulls have otherwise.
Hold
on, let me put it on screen here for the family members. We'll cover that, then we'll get on up out of here. Mark Stein's tweet here. All right, there it is on screen.
What's how y'all going, Big Sean? He was in the chat.
But he's saying, let's see. Bulls have likewise announced the deal, which brings Lonzo to Chicago on a reported 5-year, $85 million deal. The NBA is investigating the assembly of this trade, as well as Miami signing trade acquisition of Kyle Lowry. And of course, he got his website right there. And of course, as you can see, he shows the trade, Satoransky and Temple, 2024 second round pick and cash considerations as well. So still under investigation. Thank you for that as well. Let's see, Roxanne, thank you for dropping that as well. But like I said, the Pelicans announced it, and the NBA will keep looking into it. So we'll see how it all shakes. We'll know in a matter of days or so whether or not this will go through. And the Josh Hart situation, of course, remember tomorrow, Monday, family, the Pelicans are start their summer league schedule, and we'll get an opportunity to see what Coach Green looks like as he'll be directing guys like KLJ and Trey Murphy and the rest of the young guys in summer league action. So that'll be intriguing to see as well. So with that being said, DC, I'm gonna give you the last moment to drop science, bro. What are your last thoughts before we leave the stream?
Man, still under investigation, bro. So that's that's something to consider in thinking about this trade that we just talked about. They basically announced it as the trade, but I mean, we might still be right back where we was at. Sounds like from that report from Mark Stein. I think that was Mark Stein is pretty credible. So we just got to play the waiting game, wait and see. How long do we have before we have to? I guess we accepted the qualifying offer on Josh Hart, but how long do we have before we can? I guess free agency is pretty much over, and nobody can't pick up his qualifying or make a run at him free agency wise. What's the deadline on that, Big Q?
I'm gonna have to look that up, DC. But
I think that's the time frame on how long we gonna be waiting to possibly see something. But I think the NBA's investigation that don't usually take too long. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not certain how long it'll take, but
I say we get this investigation thing. Yeah, about 3-4 days or something.
It should be by the end of the week. We should be hearing something on it. And like I said, I've been trying to look at nothing really going on with the Josh Hart front man right now. Like I said, he'd be the last shoe to drop. The last thing we covered was him reportedly receiving the qualifying offers from the Pelicans, which is about $5.2 million or so. The qualifying offer. It's not bad at all. We haven't heard anybody, put out anything toward it. It's been pretty quiet on the Josh Hart front. That doesn't mean it might pick up, but that's pretty much all right now on Hart. So, like I said, that's the next shoe to drop, in my opinion. Is Josh Hart. I'd be really intrigued to see what the Pelicans do with Josh Hart, man. To be honest with you,
right?
But
I am too, man. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go because I was thinking for a minute that we was gonna keep him. I mean, Josh Hart to me is somebody any team could use, but I also thought it was very very shocking that nobody tried to match his qualifying or make an offer to him that was larger than our qualifying to see if we was gonna match him. Like nobody. That was kind of weird.
He could be getting off for real soon, man, because a lot of the free agents, a lot of people out there are off the board. So he is in the top 10 or top 10.
Nobody ain't got no money though. Q didn't spend all that money.
Mean, I was just while you was talking, I did some research and found out maybe back on August the 4th, I think what was it? Let me see who was the Cavaliers were interested, and that's just a random report saying Cavs had discussions about possibly.
But he messed that up because Josh Hart was being they was talking about the Detroit Pistons really wanted him, and he went on his social media and talking about no. I'm like, man, why would you do that? Like, if you won't get the bag, you know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? So I think when he did something like that, a team like Cleveland might be hesitant to even try to offer him anything because they just saw how you played Detroit. Like, we number 2 behind Detroit. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't think they send a qualifier, in my opinion.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna pop out on that, fam. I like to appreciate. Thank y'all for all joining us for tonight's episode. Like I said, we apologize for getting started late. We had some technical difficulties, but I appreciate each and every last member of the flock staying and tune and signing. So I thank you. I appreciate you guys so very much for stopping by on the show. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not a member of the flock. Join the flock, and also feel free to share the link on your social media feed as well. Big ups to all the family members, man. We'll be back later on in the week, maybe middle of the week, Wednesday. Well, we'll be talking about
what we're gonna do. Wait till the second summer league game.
I mean, we'll
recap some of that.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how our schedules mesh and how everything goes. Might be quick flash reports covering some of these summer league games and takes and stuff like that. We'll see how it all runs. So with that being said,
Greg, CTC, we can't come on here every day, bro. It's 5 times a week.
But we'll see how it goes, fam. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank y'all for joining us tonight, man. Y'all have a fantastic week starting off Monday tomorrow, man. Y'all have a fantastic week.
Yeah.
And we'll pop in with more Pelican talk, man. Might be flash reports on these games.
We will. And I want to remind you, you know what I'm saying? If anybody, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your teacher, your boss at your job, come at you talking trash about them Pelicans. You talk to them in a me mispronouncing Stardaransky's name accent to get the flock out of here and go flock yourself.
Boy, I tell you, that Jamaican bird get loud every time, bro. All right, y'all. Much love to y'all, and we'll see y'all later. Go Pels.
The Pelicans post-game report on the PPR Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top-flight boxing. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.